heartbeat just like, it was heavy, it was hard, and I couldn't get my body to stop moving. Like, it's not like I wasn't having a seizure or anything, but I felt like my body was like spasming. Like, I was laying, they had to put pillows under my mattress to keep my feet elevated for blood pressure issues or whatever. And I couldn't stop moving. I was trembling. I was really afraid. I've never been, I thought I was like, I'm going to be the first casualty in the UFC from a weight cut. I was really convinced of that. I've never felt like that.
I know a lot of people like to say that he's a cheater. There's a lot of this going on right now. Look, real clear, the first test was proven that he took tainted dick pills. Okay, that's proven.
Well, it was actually, so that got brought up to my attention. Is he was taking like a liquid Cialis, and it was from a company that sells SARMs and peptides and all that. So it was a company that also sells banned substances.
Right.
And so their argument was that, dude, you're buying or using shit from a place full of illegal shit that you're not supposed to take.
Definitely a dumb move. Definitely a dumb move. And you could also just get a goddamn prescription for Cialis, right? You don't need to take this funky shit you're getting off the internet. The second one, what he took had such a minuscule trace amount that he tested negative. Then he tested positive.
Sure.
Then he tested negative again. And this is something that's supposed to stay in your system for months.
Right.
So this is indicative of someone who's not taking something to get a performance-enhancing benefit from it, but rather someone who had something that was tainted.
Saturday night, Daniel Cormier. I couldn't help but wonder. I'm just being blunt. Couldn't help but wonder, as that was unfolding, as he's getting draped with that second title, what is a certain man in Albuquerque thinking about all this? This was supposed to be his moment, his destiny. He talked about Brock. He talked about being a dual champ. What were you thinking? Before I get to John, what were you thinking as it was all unfolding?
I thought the same thing. I sat there and I said, damn. You know what I mean? This could have been us right this second. You know what I mean? But who knows? We could have been either further ahead. We could have been right there somewhere else. I mean, you can't do the what if game. I'll tell you one thing. John was extremely happy. You know what I mean? His words to me were, good for him. I guess now, we can say welcome to the club. He's actually a champion. Like, he won the heavyweight. Nobody can take that away from him. He's the heavyweight champion of the world. So that was one thing. I mean, he was, there with that. And then he said, Mark, this is the best thing that could ever happen. I said, why is that? He said, because now I have a choice on whether or not I can come back and kick his ass at light heavyweight or heavyweight. So he was just, you know what I mean? He was happy. He was excited.
He wasn't salty. He wasn't jealous. He was showing love.
Dude, he beat the guy twice. He's not jealous.
Brock Lesnar. If you want to know what it feels like to get your ass kicked by a guy who weighs 40 pounds less than you, meet me in the octagon.
Brock Lesnar, get your ass in here!